Student, good morning everyone. Today I am going to explain you about the some important property of the salt. First, under define the following terms. This question asks about approx 10 marks. First point, that is efflorescence. What is efflorescence? Certain hydrated salt, when left exposed to atmosphere, lose their water of crystallization and crumble into powder. Such salt are called efflorescent salt, and the property of efflorescence. For example, sodium carbonate, decahydrated sodium carbonate. In this substance, when it is exposed into the atmosphere, it loses their water of crystallization. Next example, that is decahydrated sodium sulfate. Next example, that is magnesium sulfate, 7H2O. Next point, that is the important property of the salt, is deliquescence. What is deliquescence? Certain salt, when left exposed to atmosphere, absorb moisture and get converted into their saturated solution. Such salt are called deliquescent salt, and the property as deliquescence, for example, ferric chloride, magnesium chloride. The basic property of this type of salt is it absorbs moisture from the atmosphere. Next point, that is hygroscopy. Certain substances, when left exposed to atmosphere, absorb moisture and become wet. Such substances are called hygroscopic substances, and the property as hygroscopic substances are called as drying agent. It is known as drying agent. Example, anhydrous calcium chloride, calcium oxide, concentrated sulfuric acid. It acts as a drying agent. Hydrolysis, the phenomenon due to which salt of a strong acid and weak acid and a strong base on dissolving in water react with it for parent acid and alkali, thereby rendering the solution either acidic or alkaline in nature. Ammonium chloride, it is a salt of a strong acid and weak base. Example, strong acid, that is hydrochloric acid, weak base, that is ammonium hydroxide. When ammonium chloride, highly ionized, react with water, then ammonium hydroxide, that is feebly ionized, and HCl, highly ionized. Next one, that is ammonium chloride, it decomposes into ammonium and chloride ion and H2O, ammonium hydroxide, and HCl. Deleting the spectre ions, ammonium ion plus water, ammonium hydroxide, and hydrogen ion. The presence of hydrogen ion renders the solution acidic. In general, the salt solution of a strong acid and weak base is acidic in nature. Again I repeat it. The salt solution of a strong acid and weak base is acidic in nature. Other examples are ferric chloride, copper sulfate, ammonium sulfate, ammonium nitrate, etc. Sodium acetate is a strong base, and sodium hydroxide is a weak base, that is acetic acid. A strong base, sodium hydroxide, weak acid, that is acetic acid. When it is decomposed, it comes in aqueous solution, weakly ionized, that is form acetic acid and sodium hydroxide. Next one, sodium acetate plus water react, then form acetic acid and sodium hydroxide. The presence of hydroxyl ion render the solution alkaline. In general, the salt solution of weak acid and a strong base is alkaline in nature. Other example, potassium acetate, sodium sulfide, and sodium sulfide. Now, water of crystallization. What is water of crystallization? The definite number of water molecule which enter into loses chemical combination when the salt crystallizes out of its saturated solution. Next one, that is hydrated salt and heating. Lose their water of crystallization, that is lose their crystalline shape and the color fades. That is, example, if hydrated copper sulfate is heated, its color changes from blue to white and crystalline shape become amorphous. Hydrated copper sulfate, white copper sulfate, amorphous, and water. Hydrated salt on heating become anhydrous. Zinc and aluminum displaces hydrogen from the acid as well as alkaline, therefore they are amphoteric in nature. Zinc react with sulfuric acid form zinc sulfate and hydrogen is liberated. This way, next one, when zinc react with dilute HCl, zinc chloride and water, hydrogen liberated in this equation. Now in powder form of zinc when react with sodium hydroxide, then sodium zincate and hydrogen liberated. This type of experiment will be done in your laboratory that I show you when class will open. Next one, aluminium react with sodium hydroxide with water, then sodium aluminate and hydrogen gas liberated. It's very important point. The oxide of zinc and aluminum react with acid as well as alkaline to form salt and water as the only product. Therefore, they are amphoteric in nature. For example, when zinc oxide react with dilute sulfuric acid, form zinc sulfate and water. Next one, zinc oxide react with dilute HCl, form zinc chloride and water, and etc. Here, zinc oxide react with sodium hydroxide dilute form, then react sodium zincate and water. Next one, the hydroxides of zinc and aluminum react with acid as well as alkaline to form salt and water as the only product. Therefore, they are amphoteric in nature. Zinc hydroxide react with dilute sulfuric acid, form zinc sulfate and water. Next one, zinc hydroxide react with dilute NaOH, react with to form sodium zincate and water. Next one, it's a very important point. Solubility table of salt. Which salt are soluble, which are not soluble. All salt of sodium, potassium and ammonium are soluble in water. All nitrate and nitrites are soluble in water. All sulfate are soluble in water. Example, except calcium sulfate, lead sulfate and barium sulfate. All chloride are soluble in water except lead chloride, silver chloride and lead chloride. All exceptions must come in your exam. So you learn it very carefully and sincerely and always mention in your mind. All sulfite are insoluble in water except sodium sulfide, potassium sulfide and ammonium sulfide. All sulfide are insoluble in water. Sodium sulfides, potassium sulfide and ammonium sulfide exception. All carbonate are insoluble in water except sodium carbonate, potassium carbonate and ammonium carbonate. You learn this point very carefully because from this section must question come in your exam. Equation for the acid rain. The oxide of sulfur and the oxide of nitrogen produce acid rain. For example, when sulfur dioxide combine with oxygen and water to form sulfuric acid. Next one, when nitrogen dioxide form nitric acid. This is the example of this reaction. That's all. In this way your chapter is completed. Now you practice more and more times and revise it. And you try to solve the in-text question. If you are not capable to solve the in-text question, then you ask me in comment box. I will try to solve your problem. Thank you.